can't hear me, Chance? Okay, cool. Good stuff. Good morning. You can't hear me, Chance? Can you hear me? Testing, testing. Okay, good stuff. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the London session live stream. Friday. It was a very short week. Went very quickly. Let's get to it. So, yesterday we had bad data for the dollar, leading into further recession scares. We saw bad numbers for unemployment claims, bad PPI data. I don't think the PPI data was holding too much weight, but the unemployment claims obviously fed into, like I say, further recession scares. We've seen it break above 2032, and we had this nice strong move up just shy of 2050. So here on the 4-hour, we have seen that we are right now just ranging. We have formed a support. We formed a support right here. So I mean, this 4-hour could even come into this support and still continue moving up. So overall bullish. I would like to ideally stick to the bars, but we may see some profit taking from these highs, and we may be able to take advantage of some of the clean traffic here. So below 2042, we do have about 35 pips moving down. Even on the 30-minute, we've actually closed below most recent support here. So I think as we break these lows, we might start to get a push. Like I say, you know, we failed to break any higher than this resistance we formed yesterday during New York session. So as we break those lows, we might start to get that push. On the 30-minute, I would consider this to all be clean traffic moving down here. But it is just overall a range. And then on the 15, there is a little bit of an issue right here. You know, it's about 5 pips away. So may as well just wait for a break below this support at 2042. And then what I was looking at is on the 4-hour, you know, taking sales below 2042, you are selling into this 4-hour support or rejection area. So you need to be very aware of that and just be cautious of that. And you can see below 2038, you've kind of cleared this 4-hour support area. So I think you would have better chances. Excuse me. So I think you'd have better chances with sales below 2038. You can see here, then we've got out of that range right there. And you can take advantage of this clean traffic here for about 40 pips. But it looks like we're getting some nice volume coming in pre-London here. So let's see if we could close below 2042 here on the 15-minute. And if we do, you got very nice stop loss placement. And we could potentially look to have runners down to 2034. GJ. So GJ still higher time frame bullish, still respecting that bullish structure. But yesterday what we saw is with that unemployment claims data, even though it was for the US, it's feeding into those recession scares, like I say, and potentially bringing more demand to some safe haven assets like the yen. So we saw that sell off yesterday, but essentially just coming back to previous structure here, just retesting these lows, and we are respecting that overall bullish structure. So right now we are just in a range. We formed a nice support here at 165,850. If we break below there, I was looking for sales. Based off the 4 hour, I think it's better to just stick to the buys. But you do have clean traffic there below 165,850. But I mean, I'm looking to be a little bit more conservative on GJ. I think the bars above 166,300 look pretty good here. Then you've got about 40 pips moving back up to the highs from yesterday. And we've still got that level to the left at 166,900 for about 58 pips. In fact, you've actually closed above this level of resistance. I could easily see on the break of these highs that we get that push up to here. It's 13 pips. You could use that as a break-even point and look for price to continue moving up. But we are essentially ranging within a range. So just going to be patient, waiting for slightly better setups, waiting for London Open here on GJ. Gold may get something with the pre-London volume. Based off the 4 hour, you know, I really do prefer the idea of bars. But just looking at this clean traffic here, looking at the fact that we are failing to break up higher, and that we could potentially see, you know, maybe some further pullbacks. I don't mind the idea of selling into that clean traffic, but let's see. Yeah, I do think sales below 2042 will be alright. But if we actually respect this area and the 15 closes bullish, your 4 hour there would also be flipping bullish, could then potentially fill the wick. But overall, this is pretty much just consolidation. I think it'll be best to just stay out here. Because even though we are bullish on the 4-hour, we did have quite a strong wick rejection. And obviously we could look at this as a wick fill, but the issue is the 4-hour has closed below resistance here. So if in order to really, target this as a wick fill, you would have wanted this candle to be closing above. The next candle we take advantage of some sort of wick fill. But in this case, maybe not really too much of a rejection, but just ranging, lack of direction right now. Hey, what's up, Jared? How are you? Hey, I'm pretty tired, I won't lie. I don't know why. She's struggled to wake up this morning. Is it? Yeah, I saw your video now. It looked decent. It really did. I just didn't get to reply because I was running a little bit late here. Sure, yeah. But I think it's because I have been waking up at like 4, and then last night I went to bed like 10:30. So it doesn't seem or feel late, but it actually kind of is pretty late for me at this point. Like I should be going to sleep latest 10. Because then that's 6 hours of sleep, at least. I don't really want to be getting less than 6 hours. I think 7 is like a pretty good spot for me. Morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I can't understand. I'm not too sure what the reason for that would be. Maybe it's a language barrier. I'm not too sure, bro. Can't really make it more simple than this. 15-minute candle closed bearish there, no bottom wick, and right at that level. So that's tough. That means there's nothing there for me. Essentially, maybe we just have a lot of volume coming into the downside, but also that could indicate to us that there's not enough range here to move further down on the next candle. So I would just wait here maybe for the 30-minute close. What's your win rate? Wrong question. Sorry. Your mind is in the gutter, bro. Focus is in the wrong place. Win rate means absolutely nothing. There's someone out there with the 30% win rate, you know, making your annual salary in like a series of 5 trades. Win rate means absolutely nothing. And guys with higher win rates, you will find that they have bigger losses. So 90% win rate sounds amazing until you take a massive loss that erases the last 7 trades and you feel absolutely horrible. It's very emotionally taxing. A high win rate, maybe it feels good. I'm explaining now. You're showing wins, no losses? Are you retarded? This is a live stream. I take trades live. I take losses all the time. Take losses all the time. There's absolutely no running from that. It's literally a live stream. I take trades live in front of you. How could I not show losses? This is as transparent as it gets. Where was he even showing wins? What are you saying? Fuck. Just get out of here. Get out of here. Trading is a business, not a magic show. Exactly. Your favorite trader with a 90% win rate takes 10 pips, 10 pips, 10 pips, loses 60. It's not a great way to go about it. I'm not too focused on risk to reward, but you'll find that most of my trades do have a very good risk to reward. And essentially, if you let that play out, let the probabilities play out of your system in that regard, rather than chasing a high win rate, then it's a lot less emotionally taxing. Because when you are on a winning streak, you can get on a high. You get overconfident. Sometimes you think you can't lose. And then when you do take a loss, it hurts. It takes a lot to recover from that. So win rate really doesn't mean much. Because a 90% win rate, that may not even suit your style. That may not suit your personality and what you are capable of handling. You're just scared to lose. You have too much fear. And that's not going to get you anywhere. You need to overcome that fear. Markets are uncertain, you're going to lose. It's an uncertain environment. We work with probabilities. There's no given. Even your best setup is going to take a loss every now and then. You just have to get used to it. That's why I say that's the wrong question. Win rate means nothing. Zero. It's not even a topic worth discussing. What do you prefer, New York or London? I really prefer London. I think London has a lot cleaner moves. New York is just, it's really volatile. I do enjoy the volatility in New York, but I think you only really get cleaner moves later in the day, like after NYSE. NY open, then news 30 minutes after, COMEX open, NYSE open. There's all these things going on in NY that sometimes it's just extremely volatile. You know, yesterday was pretty straightforward. We actually took these bars yesterday in the New York session. 2029. So we secured as it was tapping into 2035 or 20. Yeah, it was like 2035. It was just extremely volatile, and you can see how after that tap into that level, it retraced so heavily. So I think that was a pretty good call to close out some at that point. But yeah, eventually did move up in line with our plan, but it was fine. We did very well there to manage risk, secure partials, go break even. So yeah, that was a relatively, you know, clean move up, but if you were trading the 30-minute time frame here, I mean, there wasn't really much. We just basically got that closure above and then took these bars here in anticipation of that news feeding into recession scares, which is how it played out. So that was a very nice trade. How do you rate the news in Forex Factory? How do you know if it is good or bad? Can you give an example? So it really depends on the news. Sometimes things have been priced in already. So for instance, yesterday, you know, you can see here generally this will be pretty accurate. So it says actual less than forecast is good for the currency. So here you got your forecasted numbers. We came out higher than the forecast. But you also want to have an idea of what the previous was. See how we did compared to the previous month. You know, this was an example of very one-sided numbers where we were higher than the forecast, higher than previous, and that was overall bad. But obviously if we had come out lower than the forecast and lower than the previous, we would have had good numbers and it would have been more one-sided on the good side. If it had come out between the previous and the forecast, you know, then we could probably see more volatility, more indecision, as these forecasted numbers are pretty much priced in. If it came out as forecast, you know, it would still actually be pretty bad numbers, but you would probably see a bit of volatility before maybe moving up. Also depends on the sentiment. So, I mean, this, like I say, fed into those recession scares. Hence, you had such a big move to the upside yesterday. You're not always going to get a 200 pip 200 pip push from unemployment claims. It's just that it was feeding into those recession scares. So there's a lot more to it, to reading the news. But just go and study how the numbers are coming out compared to the forecast in the previous and see what effect it has on the market. And like I say, also take into account what's the sentiment during that time, what's holding the most weight. What's up, Wayne? $30-minute candle's about to close here. Today targets 2070. Could be, bro. Really, really could be. What news is there today? I mean, if this news comes out bad, and this is coming out bad, then potentially, I think you'd only see that move up during New York, probably, with the news being a catalyst. That's a big move. You know, that's still a 230 pip move. Or should I say 270, 280 pips from where we are now. So you really will need a lot to get that move up. Looking to the left, obviously we saw these very impulsive moves up to 2070 previously. But right now we don't have that same level of fear in the market. So I don't really see the same kind of volatility to the upside. But as we've seen, any negative data leading into those recession scares is bringing a lot of upside volume on gold. So the news this afternoon could definitely be a catalyst. And if we're breaking cleanly above 2050, I do believe we could easily push up to 2070. But Jared, wouldn't you say gold is overbought, bro? Shit, you actually muted.
Why are you throwing me under the bus there?
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I'm not gonna say that it's overbought. I'm happy to take buys here, but I do think that if you're not getting bad data for the dollar, I think it's gonna be tough to see that move up. You might even see like further ranging here. You know, I'm just saying, don't expect the same kind of movement we saw during COVID and that. So we essentially have closed just below 2042. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, in terms of the 30 minutes, we've obviously closed below most recent support. The 15 here, just closed below this level. Not very clean, but with volume, I would anticipate once we break these lows, previous 4-hour lows, to potentially get a little bit of a push. 241, 150.
You think about those cells.
I just don't love this 4-hour support here. But on the 30, it's pretty clean. I could see us moving down into like 2039.8. 13 pips, go break even, let it do its thing, because there is range here to maybe move down to like 2034. Yeah, so I'm going to do the sell stops here on the break of previous 4-hour lows at 2041.15. Stop loss above previous 30-minute candle for about 28 pips. Let's call it 26 pips. At 2043.8. Just need to get my ducks in a row here.
Sorry, Con, what is your entry price exactly? 2041.1.
So I'm going to have a sell stop at 2041.15. Stop loss at 2043.8.
Thanks.
Sure. Well, this is a counter trend trade. I would look to be a little bit more aggressive with risk management. So I'll look to go break even at 2039.8. Now, part of the reason I'm actually happy to look for sells here is what we saw during CPR. We had that initial push up with the CPR, and this was actually discussed in the breakdowns for members, is that we're getting these upside moves, but there's no immediate fears of war or, banks collapsing. There's no level of fear like that. And what we can see is some profit taking from these highs. So like I say, we're failing to break above New York sessions highs from yesterday. We've basically formed a double top here. So don't look at patterns, but just essentially failing to create new highs. So obviously we are just in a range now. So if we are ranging, we've just rejected the resistance. We could anticipate price to come back down to the next level of support. And we've got this pre-London volume. We understand there's no immediate fear to bring that demand to gold. Overall, we are bullish, yes. But we can see the bearish volume coming in here this morning. So we're looking to just take advantage of this volume right here. I'm actually in. Alright, okay. Yeah, I've got triggered in, yeah.
Also.
So stop loss above previous 30, 2043.8. And then looking to have TP at, let's just call it 2035 psychological level. just setting my TP chat, relax.
Let's go. Let's go.
Well, it kind of looks different on the broker. Looks cleaner.
Yeah.
That looks very bad. I'm not gonna lie, that looks shit. Volume coming in that previous 5 minutes. Let's see.
The stream is international today. I see some in Chinese, and I'm not too sure what the other languages. Yeah,
Chinese even.
I have no idea how to pronounce that name, man. The one above TPA.
She's not. Connor, I think we must touch 240.5 and we must back to uptrend. Alright, lovely. Where's the TP? 2035. But could look to, take off partials before then. Let's see what this next 15-minute candle brings. We could just retest that 2042 level. If you break previous 15-minute highs now, you could definitely manage risk, or you could even move your stop loss into that level, or just above the previous 15. You'd have a very small stop loss at that point. But I think quite logical as well. Obviously, we don't want to see the previous 15-minute highs being broken here. And like I said, I mean, this is a counter trend trade, so we understood that in terms of management, we would be a little bit more aggressive. So I think moving the stop loss to above the previous 15-minute high now may make sense. Yeah, morning Ned, what's up? I'm actually quite happy to have not gone break even before the 15 minutes. Because obviously 15 minutes, you know, we can anticipate a top wick being formed. So if we had gone break even, that would have stopped us out there. But overall, still respecting previous 15-minute highs. We closed bearish, everything is still fine here. And if we break previous 15-minute lows, you know, we are looking to then fill the rest of this range. So we can go break even at the break even point there, which is this 30-minute support to the left. And I think that'll be a very good solid position there. Once we break these 15-minute lows, I'm expecting us to get a little bit of a push. And I'll just go break even as we break previous 15-minute lows. So there you go. Yeah. Moving stop loss to break even now as we break previous 15-minute lows, anticipating us to push to that break even point. And if we don't, then we obviously just didn't have enough volume on the break of that low. So I think very good time to go break even. Counter trend trade, keeping the risk management aggressive. So smaller break even point than usual. You know, normally I don't like to strangle my positions, but I think in this case, you're trusting that the volume will come in, and it comes in the wrong direction, obviously back in line with the trend. You don't want to be a sitting duck. So this is quite a significant level there on the 30 minutes to the left here. So you could look to secure partials here. I haven't closed out anything just yet, but it is a risk-free trade. I'm going to close out 50% here. I've given it a chance to continue pushing on, but not seeing that volume come in immediately. So I'm just going to close 50% and leave the rest around. So 15 pips secured there. Copy trade was delayed. Piece of shit. If you trade, do you do multiple trades? Nah, I just do one and then I'll close out partials. Sometimes I'll do multiple trades if it's, you know, like yesterday with the news, I did multiple trades because I knew that it would be quick. And I was managing the signals and that for the New York session. Sorry, Jared, what you saying?
What was delayed?
My copy trader didn't close out the partials immediately.
I see.
TP Goldilocks. Is that the new name for gold? Goldilocks. Just a little quick in and out this morning. Yeah, I don't know if we'll continue moving down here. Obviously, we're seeing some reactions to this level of support here on the 30 minutes. And you know, that's why we won't break even at this level. And secured 50%. So that's break even. Yes, sir. So 15 pips in the bag this morning. Not too bad for Friday morning. So I was really looking to just take advantage of some of this clean traffic here. Basically just this 15-minute candle actually getting corrected. We had failures to break the highs here on gold, potentially seeing some profit taking. DXY also at a key area, and we are holding that key area for a bit. But now we may obviously see the buyers stepping back in. We are higher time frame bullish, and seeing that rejection, I would anticipate us to probably continue moving up. And that's why the trade was managed aggressively the way it was. I understood that this was a counter trend trade, was just looking to take advantage of the most recent clean ranges and potentially have runners. But you know, I think that was managed very well. We understood the probabilities and what could potentially happen here. So we respected that 30-minute support there. Flip back bullish. I mean, if this 30 minutes is closing so bullish like this, that 4-hour just tapped into this rejection area, and as the 4-hour flips, we could easily see it then fill that wick. I don't really want to be chasing trades here on a Friday. This is quite a nice support form to potentially move up, but I still we'll just stay out of this consolidation to be safe. After, you know, one, even though it's a small one, it's fine. Stuck to my plan. I'd rather just stay out of this consolidation and get the safer bars at 2046. But as this 4-hour flips, I mean, you could really anticipate volume coming in there. GJ also just ranging here. I would probably wait for London Open GJ. But I do have some things to do today, guys. So I'm actually not going to stick around for too long. Nice, quick and easy one on a Friday. And yeah, I mean, what more do you need? At least the gold bars are enticing though. No lies. Alright, so gents, thank you everybody for joining here today. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be a week for me. And I'll see you next week.
All right.
How's the funded going? Fuck. Fuck the funded. That funded is messing with my head, I won't lie. I've just put it on the back burner. I need to focus on my actual live accounts. I won't lie. Funded accounts are tough, guys. It's not easy. I'm in a bit of drawdown there. So I've just got it connected to the copy trader and we'll see what happens. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. But anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for joining here. Cheers, guys. Safe trading.